Okay, I want to talk about skills are needed. Um, I don't know what skills they're talking they're talking about in this Parliament House video that I'll put this clip with. But far as I know, we don't need more skills. We need more jobs. So, what's the point of making people have more skills for what jobs? Like, we need to start up all these farms and factories and all sorts of ones that I can think of that could get us going, that can give people jobs now. That, and when it comes to the ones that need skills, you could put that into training. They can train for that. That's what you're talking about. And people can do that at any time. But I'm curious to know what's more important with these skills, why these skills need to be trained and not fixing the job problem. So we're talking about we've got to train some more people with these skills. But then after this, when I stop talking, I'm going to hear that a heap of people are losing their jobs because we don't have enough factories and enough jobs to supply standard people, as you could say, the people who aren't mathematicians or rocket scientists, because they're the skills I'm assuming that we're missing out on, because if robots take over everything and we don't need people doing simple things anymore and there's not much factories, what jobs have we got? Because I've been hearing that for the last few years, that Australia was a thinking country and that we talk a lot and we're office workers or something like that. I remember hearing that a lot when I watch the news every now and then and certain things last couple of years. I could be wrong about that. Let me know in comments. But far as I'm concerned, the skills will come along when you fix lots of parts of the country, and then skills will come up. A lot of times when skills are down is because the whole country could be down and people are less worried about getting skills when they can't feed or house their family properly. So if you can't do that, would you want to study for another skill? I guess that's a way of control. That's what probably the government might be thinking sometimes. Well, if we get to them to a point of here, they'll have to learn this skill, won't they? So you can look at it like that. But that's enforcement, isn't it? Really? Because if things are needed, they will be supplied. People will want a job, they will take it. If they're unskilled, and then they find out there's plenty of jobs there, I'm sure to be filled if people want a job. If it's not getting filled now, the situation may be because of stress, and people can't think properly or want to study when they're stressing out about either themselves or the family or the economy as well. That's my opinion when it comes to worrying about have we got enough skills. First, you want to worry about can we feed the people who might have the skills? Or are we going to feed the people who's only got the skills? Because that's pretty much what's happening now, right? And that's not for all the people, is it? But I do get it that we need more skills. But I'm just putting out this clip. It's one thing. It's probably don't have to worry about too much, because if you want more skills, you educate the kids' education at school. Will give them more skills because we have um, freedom of choice, right? And sometimes sectors go up and down because a lot of people choose the same similar thing to do, the easiest thing. But if you teach them all right from school and high school and college if they go, I'm sure the skills sector will be fine if that sector teaches right. If that sector is not teaching right, then we're going to have a short skill factor besides rocket scientists, because the other skills I'm talking about, rocket scientists and doctors and all that kind of stuff, you go to college for that, you study naturally. I suppose you can do a government grant. The best thing you could do to help for skills would be a government grant on the things that you're lacking on. That's all you can really do, is offer a government grant on that area, and maybe just for a little bit, but that doesn't really help, is to put up the price, give them a better pay. But then if you do that, other people will whinge, and if you try to drop the pay later, they won't like that. So probably putting up the pay won't be a good thing. Just do the first idea, I reckon, is a start. What do you reckon? First, a start is to talk about it, isn't it? And you gave me an idea when you were talking about skills. I'm sorry I might sound a bit negative, a little bit, because sometimes when you know there's a lot of other things that need to be fixed and time is short and things are critical, and you hope that people use their questions and time wisely, and you feel that they're not, you might retaliate in a little bit of a frustration way. Anyway, have a good one and see you later.